I think I'm just gonna scream until 2019, if that's quite all right.
Yes, I've been screaming at that thing since New Year's. Oh boy, 2018. Sure, the outside world was all this. But for Disney, on the other hand, it was kind of a roller coaster. Or incredicoaster, if you will. I am self-firing my scriptwriters. Wait, I'm my only scriptwriter. Yeah, 2018 was kind of that for Disney. Sure, sure, there was some craziness that was happening, like monorail doors being left open. Heads falling off.
Darling, do I help them? Yes, indeed. Those poor unfortunates.
2 of them on the same day, at least. 2 of them on the exact same day in different parts of the world. There was also that idiot that kept on trying to shove politics down Disney's throat because, you know, Disney's not meant for politics at all. And of course, we had to say goodbye to that awesome Dragon in the Festival of Fantasy Parade. I would make a joke about it, but I'd rather not. Yeah, 2018, definitely a roller coaster. But there were some good things that happened this year, and that's what I'm talking about. A little good plus a little bit of Strap yourselves in, folks, because this is the 2018 year review special of Xander Talks Disney. I'm gonna grab that pillow again. This is gonna be a long one, isn't it? Actually, that's easier. I'm going with future me. So the year started off with what was originally a April Fool's joke, but then the April Fool's joke turned real. Because now we finally say goodbye to this monstrosity.
Oh dear!
Ah, much better.
Stitch has taken over. So strap yourselves in for Disney's most experience. Check out Stitch's Great Escape, new at the Magic Kingdom.
Stitch's Great Escape. You know, I'm kind of glad that's finally closed. I mean, sure, it went seasonal since 2016, but let's be honest, that attraction didn't deserve to be seasonal. It deserved to be closed permanently. I only been on it twice. One time in 2012 because I had nothing better to do. And again, 2016 because we had time to kill before our Fast Pass for Space Mountain kicked in. And honestly, both times I was really underwhelmed. Now, Stitch's Great Escape closed last January, but then Disney said, no, Bill, will reopen again soon. Why were they wrong? Because apparently there were reports that they were pretty much gutting out the entire building, leaving with the exception of the pre-show area that's being used as a meet and greet space. And a photo leaked online of what the Stitch animatronic looks now. By the way, I should probably say this as a safety precaution. Trigger warning in 3, 2, 1. I warned ya. Then I don't remember when this closed. Future me. Thank you. Circle Life and Environment Fable at Epcot finally closed. Yeah, that attraction finally closed down, and its space is being used for the Disney Performing Arts program. It kind of irks me off when like an attraction closes and nothing new replaces it. Like, you know how they pretty much closed off that Muppet Vision 3D ride in California. Well, it's not like that. It's kind of one of those things where no one really cared about it to begin with. Also, why couldn't they use that for movie previews and not just Walt Disney Presents over in Disney's Hollywood Studios? I'm just saying. Then on February 9th, 2018, one of the best films of 2018 came out. And easily my favorite Marvel Cinematic Universe solo film of all time. And that is this.
The revolution will be live.
Black Panther, which easily became one of Marvel's biggest films of all time, came out in 2018. And it's also been noted to be the first film with a 99.9% black cast, with the exception of that museum lady no one remembers, Claw, Everett Ross, that one Bucky cameo at the end, and of course Stan Lee. Bless his soul. I know that was not my heart, but my script's on here. But basically, it was basically a film with a mostly black cast and crew to make over $1 billion. Then in March, oh boy, this film came out. Yeah, I wish I had something nice to say about A Wrinkle in Time, but sadly I don't. It was boring, actually. I mean, I'm not disgracing the female empowerment message, but at least try better. It was also one of those films that was basically a textbook example of style over substance. Did I say textbook? I can't pronounce words. Also in March, well, let's just say looks like it's the beginning and the end of this network.
Disney XD. Do you need me to stay? Disney XD. Do you want me to yell? Disney XD.
That's right, Disney XD may finally be on the chopping block. Shame. Actually, not really, because I'd never really cared that much for Disney XD until they moved all the cartoons onto there. Yeah, for a little history, in 2014, a lot of the Disney Channel cartoons at the time, which was Phineas and Ferb, Wander Over Yonder, and Gravity Falls, aka one of the best shows of all time, hence the reason why I managed to have all 4 pop vinyls of it. Yeah, so, that is Bill Cipher. And no, I have not taken him out of the box. I was smart enough not to. Basically, all those shows moved to Disney XD because I'm guessing it was either bad management or Disney just wants to promote that channel. You know, make Disney XD the cartoon channel with some minor live action shows, and Disney Channel mainly live action. But this was kind of a dumb move because around this time cord cutting happened, and a lot of people started realizing maybe it's a lot cheaper to get streaming. I mean, some people still have cable. I still have cable, but yeah, I watch streaming. But yeah, I think it's safe to assume we should just get rid of Disney XD to be on the safe side. So when they announced 2 new shows, which I'll talk about next episode. They also announced that the 4th and unbeknownst to us until now, final season of Star Wars: The Force of Evil, aka one of my favorite shows of all time, will be moving to Disney Channel. And the Snowflake turned into a blizzard, which I'll talk about in a little bit. In April, Shanghai Disneyland opened up their version of Toy Story Land, which is basically a copy and paste clone of the Paris and Hong Kong versions, with one minor exception. And by minor, I mean major. You know that weird parachute ride they had? And yes, I am well aware I pronounced it wrong. Well, instead of having Green Army Men parachutes, they have Mater's Junkyard Jamboree, but with a Woody's Roundup theme. Although it is actually kind of interesting to hear a Western song done in Chinese. Then April basically being pushed up a week because no one really wanted to get any spoilers out because it was supposed to come out that day in the UK, but I'm guessing Marvel did not want spoilers to come out. The biggest event in the MCU history that all 10 years has been leading up to it came. That's right, I'm talking about Avengers Infinity War, the film that we had expectations thinking that Tony was gonna die, or Captain America was gonna die, or someone else was gonna die, and what actually died happens. Yeah, this kind of had a weird theater reaction when we saw it on the Monday after opening weekend. It's much less crowded that day. That's kind of a fun fact for you guys. When you want to see a movie, wait until the Monday after it comes out. Yeah, basically the people who we thought were gonna die managed to survive, because the people who died were Bucky, Falcon, Black Panther. Wow, that's kind of mean. It's like they didn't even expect Black Panther to make that much money. Scarlet Witch, Vision. Well, Vision was kind of obvious, to be honest, because he had the souls, because he had the Mind Stone in his, well, you know. 5 of the Guardians. Nick Fury. Maria Hill. Well, I think that's it. I don't remember any very sad deaths that kind of hurt me. Wait, what?
I don't feel so good.
Spider-Man! Okay, all jokes aside though, this movie managed to make a meme out of it. Yeah, basically after this came out, a bunch of people started making jokes about, oh, I don't feel so good, and it just turns to dust. Not really the funniest meme, to be honest. In fact, it was kind of like an insult meme. Yeah. In fact, literally at Comic-Con that year, they pretty much set up a booth for grievance therapy. I wish I was making that up. Also, when I saw it in theaters, I literally heard a guy screamed, "What the F?" I would say the word, but this show is PG. I mean, I already say the H word and the C word a lot, so why say the F word? Then May this came out. Who cares? Okay, yeah, I know. I'm being a little too hard on Solo, but in my opinion, one, I never really cared for it, and 2, it kind of already got a lot of problems itself due to the fact that it came out literally months after The Last Jedi, and it kind of suffered from it. Ew. Also, it's mainly due to the fact that Star Wars fatigue happened, and a lot of fans are like kind of done with Star Wars for now, I guess. I'm surprised that happened with Star Wars, or is it not Marvel? Probably for the best it happened to Star Wars, because in all fairness, it ain't like a regular cinematic universe or whatever. Yeah, so Solo kind of got a lot of problems, not from the film itself. Well, actually it is from the film itself, because they replaced these 2 directors who have never made a terrible film with a director who's never made a great film. Also made the first of many Disney XD shows was moved to Disney Channel, and that was...
How old are you? How come you never visit?
Oh, because you're so old and moving is so hard? Out!
DuckTales.
The 2017 reboot of DuckTales premiered on Disney Channel in May, pretty much airing every episode at 8 every night, with new episodes airing on Fridays. And thankfully there were only like 7 episodes in, so it was easy to move, unlike Star and Milo. Well, but we'll get into that later. Then in June, 2 more Disney XD shows, or shows that were supposed to air on Disney XD but didn't, moved to Disney Channel. The The first being this one. Yeah, I kind of don't really like the new Big Hero 6 cartoon. I mean, I like it, but it's not. But the art style's not like pictured. Especially from the guys that made Kim Possible, aka one of the best cartoons of all time. Even better than Gravity Falls. Yeah, I said it. And the other is Big City Greens. Big City Greens is basically the Beverly Hillbillies cartoon. And also it kind of... I mean, it's really good in my opinion. I mean, I'm glad for a nice relaxing cartoon that doesn't have an overarching storyline. I mean, sure, they kind of have one little detail that kind of overlaps each other. For example, the fact that Cricket was forced to work at a coffee shop with Anna Canna. Yeah, I kid you not. YouTuber Anna Canna has a role on this show. Why is she still doing YouTube then if she's doing major work like this? Yes, I consider TV animation major work. Even TV animation is art. Then June, this came out.
What does that mean? Ah!
It means fire, Robert.
Incredibles 2 came out mid-June, and I gotta say, it was actually a good sequel. Did I make expectations for it? Not really. I kind of had a lot more doubts than I had expectations, but I'm glad those doubts got beaten up, by the film. Of course, there was a little controversy with it because it kind of may have gave a few people seizures because of those strobe effects going on during the film. Oops. Then we got Incredibles 2 premiered. Pixar Pier opened at Disney's California Adventure, and wow!
Pixar Pier, opening June 23rd, only at Disney California Adventure Park.
I've never been to California Adventure, but yeah, this does not look like a park I would visit. Yeah, I haven't been to Disneyland since ever, but even I gotta say, kind of underwhelming here. Pixar Pier has been described as a rush job, and yeah, it does look like a rush job. Especially since they just slapped a bunch of Incredible statues on California Screaming, which I jokingly mentioned the name before, or in the beginning of this video, as Incredicoaster, and seriously, that's the best name you come up with. And of course, they renamed the Carousel from Mickey's Fun Wheel to the Pixar Pal Around. Again, what? Who's naming this stuff? Yeah, I wouldn't blame Disneyland annual pass holders for calling it cheap. This actually does look kind of cheap. In fact, it was so much of a rush job they couldn't even rush the finish job as 2 attractions aren't even open yet. That being the Jessie Carousel, and of course the Inside Out Emotional Whirlwind, which is basically a repaint Flix Flyers. But that week later, the opposite of a rush job happened. Well, it's not really a rush job, but kind of suffered from budget cuts due to Galaxy's Edge. That was the reason why I was so happy to go to Disney World this year. And that was Toy Story Land!
Get ready to play big. It's the all-new Toy Story Land, now open at the Walt Disney World Resort.
Toy Story Land opened up at Disney's Hollywood Studios at the end of June. Literally at the end of... And by at the end of June, I mean literally the last day of June. And unlike the Toy Story Lands in China, Hong Kong, and Paris, this one really diversified itself. Well, there is a new Slinky Dog roller coaster called Slinky Dog Dash, which I unfortunately never got a chance to ride because there was no fast passes. Thanks for nothing, people. A brand new entrance to Toy Story Midway Mania, now just simply Toy Story Mania. Thank God, because no one really said the Midway part. And lastly, a clone of Mario's Junkyard Jamboree, but this time themed to the aliens that go, ooh, and the claw. But sadly, it has the unfortunate acronym. See, it's called Alien Swirling Saucers. Yep, a lot of people really wanted to ride that. Next time on Zero Talk Disney, I'll be talking about the second half of 2018. But until then, I think it's safe to say we should give a tribute to all those people who we lost in the Disney community this past year. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you real soon.